Hey, let's see what we got in this here podcast clip, man. Let's go.
Best way to frame this is in some hypothetical scenario, would you want your boyfriend or husband to take a bullet for you?
Mm.
Starting with you.
Sure. So I wouldn't necessarily want that scenario to take place, but you're saying in a hypothetical situation
Where one of you has to.
one of us, okay.
Yeah.
So my relationship, my marriage is based off of
Let's
biblical
see.
principles.
Let's see.
So when I ask that question, I say, what does the Bible say about it?
I mean, I know you're talking about the Bible and all that, but yo, this is a funny. Oh man, all right, my bad.
And the Bible says that the husband's role in a marriage is to love his wife,
Right.
like Christ loved the church. And
Right.
So that means basically to lay down your life if you
Right.
have to.
Right.
Because that's what Christ did for the church. He
She's
laid down his
spitting.
life. So I guess in that hypothetical situation, if my husband was following the principles of the Bible, he would want to do that. So yes.
Yeah, but to clarify this, though, hang on, I'm sorry, before we can move on the question, I got to clarify two points. First, just for my own curiosity, what denomination are you?
I'm non-denominational.
Non-denominational Protestant?
I think Protestant's a denomination, isn't it?
No, it's just, yeah, we won't get into the
call
specifics.
myself
It's
a-
not important, but just
yeah.
for my own,
I
just
call
my own
myself a
clarification.
follower of Jesus. That's it. I don't say I'm
Okay.
one thing or the other.
Okay, got it. So the question specifically is, would you want in that situation, would your preference be in that situation that the husband,
I mean, she low-key answered that though. He low-key just talking.
you're saying he has a higher duty, correct? So you're saying he has a higher duty, and part of this duty is to protect you, and part of that protection is that he takes the bullet, right? Just to clarify.
I would say yes.
Okay, all right.
I think when you love someone, if you love them unconditionally and
No such.
Huh. Key word. Unconditional. Unconditional love. Key word. We're gonna get back to that.
No such thing as unconditional
okay,
love.
when you really love
Right there.
someone, I think you would want to put your life down for them. So honestly, I wouldn't want him to necessarily step in front of a bullet for me because I would give my life for someone I love. Does that make any sense? So he would want to do that for me as I
Right.
would want to do that for
I feel
him.
the same. So I agree with her. I would also do the same. I would do the same for my husband. But yeah.
Yeah,
But-
but see, this is why I was really specific on questioning you
Has to
about
be one
this,
of you.
because you claimed that it was not a preference, but that he had a higher duty. There's a distinction, and I hate to harp on this but details matter, right? So does he have whether you want it or not, does he have a higher duty to do it from your worldview?
I guess I define higher duty like to
Like is he supposed to?
So the definition of a higher duty is the prevalence that his duty to jump in front of a bullet takes precedent over your duty to take one for him.
Right.
then no. Sorry, I didn't understand what you meant. So
Then how is that a reflection of the church? I don't understand. Because you started with the reflection of the church is that the man is the sacrifice, as he is the head of he's the representation of the head of the church, which is Jesus Christ, who sacrificed himself on a cross, right?
Right.
So then,
but my duty
so
is
then wouldn't his duty, his higher duty, be to sacrifice himself for you?
yes. So it's yes and no, because I also feel like my position as a Christian or
Yo said. Yo just lights up a cig right after. He's like, yeah, let's keep going.
so feel like my position
Oh, man.
as a Christian or as someone that loves Jesus is to also replicate him as well. So for me, I don't just say, okay, only the husband has to do this.
What do you
it's
mean
like
replicated?
it's non-exclusive.
What?
So it's my duty as a Christian that believes in God to replicate basically what Jesus lived. So it's to follow Jesus is to live as he lived on this earth. And so that means to lay down your life for a friend, a husband, someone you love, whoever. That's just the way that it is, like the way that I believe. So I don't want to say my husband, I require my husband to do it, and I don't expect myself to also want to do
Yo, we have only been stuck on her, bro, and there's like 7 other chicks, bro.
that thing for him, if that makes sense.
Whew.
It doesn't make any sense, but we can move on from him.
Okay.
I think you answered.
Honestly, you know what I mean? I know where they trying to go with this here conversation, but I feel like she did answer right, though. The dude who was just on the screen talking about it doesn't make any sense. No, I mean, I definitely understand what she's saying, but am I going to say she's right or wrong? I mean, it's all opinion based. So you can't just say it's right or wrong. There's no right or wrong answer. You know what I mean? Because this is an opinion based question. But what she's saying is true, though. Obviously, I know they're supposed to, like, the quote unquote right answer is for the girl to say, yes, he's supposed to take it for me. And then, of course, they'd be like, well, you know, you want your man to do this and that. And then, you know, they'll come back at him and everything. But what she's saying is low-key. She definitely made sense with it. I'll say that. She's saying, like, look, like, yes, of course, I would want him to do that, but I would do the same thing. She's saying because if she's following Christ and she's going to be a sacrificial person, someone who will sacrifice their life for someone that they love, she would do it too. She's not saying he has to do it for me and I won't do it for him. No, she's just saying, like, I would do it too. There's no, like, he must do it because I have to be alive or something. Like, no, like, she low-key spitting.
Take a bullet for him. I mean, but, like, do you think, would you date a guy who wouldn't be willing to do that for you?
No, because that means that he doesn't, like, love me in the same way that I love him.
You see, look, maybe they could have asked it like that. Would you date someone like that if they wouldn't do it?
If you love someone, you're in a relationship with them, or let's say in a friendship, like this is my best friend, if I would take a bullet for her as well, just as I know she would want to do for me.
But isn't this sort of a unidirectional thing? Only one person can protect in this scenario. Only one person can take the bullet,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Well,
mean,
it's whoever's faster at.
let me ask you a question.
Exactly.
Would it be, do you think men would refuse to date a woman who isn't prepared to take a bullet for them?
This is where you should have started it, bro. No cap. Obviously, I think most guys, you know what I mean? Everyone's different. But I think most guys would be like, I really don't care if she gonna do it or not, because I would be the one taking the bullet for her anyway.
No, I don't think men necessarily. I don't think
They
that.
they don't look to women for protection.
No.
Exactly.
Do you think a guy is less masculine if he wouldn't be willing to take a
Yes.
bullet or die
Yeah,
for his
because
girlfriend?
I
or
do.
wife?
If there
Okay.
was an active situation where that was happening and he freaking pushed me to the side and like ran away, I would be like,
You
yeah,
dump
that's
him,
not
right?
a man.
You dump
That
him.
is a little
Do you
baby.
think men would, at similar rates, if their girlfriend did something similar, like ran off scared, coward, whatever, do you think they would be more or less inclined to perhaps they'd lose attraction or end the relationship?
I mean, that's up to the man. And
Do you think they would care less, though, than
I do
women
think-
would care about that?
I think women probably do care more
Okay.
about that.
Your answer to the question, do you want a guy to sacrifice
Can
his
I,
life?
can I, I'm sorry, can I jump in just
Sure.
real quick, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you a question on this, kind of following up on Brian's question. Do you think that you're an honorable person? Would you consider yourself an honorable person?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that it's appropriate then for whatever man you're with to defend your honor?
Yeah.
So
Does-
if that's the case, if he's defending your honor, that's going to put him in a situation where he could get hurt, right?
Yeah, that actually did happen in my relationship.
So then hang on. So then if that's true, then you're basically saying that he has a higher duty to
Yeah.
take damage over you.
Yeah.
So the expectation is not equal, that you're going to take a bullet for him, he takes a bullet for you. The expectation is that he's going to take the bullet, right? Because you're willing to just put him in harm's way on behalf of your honor, right?
I'm not
Yeah,
willing
not that
to.
she's willing.
I'm not willing to put him in harm's way in any scenario, but.
Well, no,
he-
but hang on. Nope. because we just went through it. Answer one.
I think he is definitely not articulating his questions correctly.
Man has a duty to defend your honor because you're an honorable person. You literally said your man has that duty. So if he
doesn't
has a
have to
duty to do
necessarily
this,
lead to
that means you.
violence,
Hang
though.
on, almost done. The entailment of that is that you would be willing to put him in a situation where he takes damage on behalf of just your honor.
If
Describe
someone
a
was
situation like that.
If someone was attacking my honor, how am I putting him in that situation? I'm not going out of my way. I actually have a scenario.
Well, hang
that
on.
goes
I'm going to tell you
perfectly
how.
with this. Okay.
I'm going to explain so that you understand. Because your expectation for him is that he has a duty to defend.
Look at that. Women should make the sacrifice. The kids need the father's leadership, masculinity, and resources. Hey, that's funny, man. I mean, of course, there's a point to that, but yo, at the same time, that's hilarious.
Your honor. So if that's the case, if he has a duty to do this, then you have the expectation that he's willing to put himself at risk just to defend your honor. We're not even talking about, a bullet at this point. Just your honor could actually get this guy killed, right? Potentially, it could.
I also have a duty to defend his honor as well.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to defend it the same way, are you? You're not going to be able to, for instance, if a guy is bad-mouthing him or something, you're not going to be able to walk over and punch him in the face. It's not going to be very effective, is it? But he can do that on behalf of you, for a male, right?
You can
He
verbally
actually do
defend
that.
someone's honor without it leading to violence.
Yeah, but that's not what we were talking about.
Well, it's interesting that
and
you
by the way,
said-
hang on, almost done. And by the way, the situation that you're talking about, when you said that actually happened to me, I'm guessing included violence, didn't it?
Do you want to hear about the situation? Or?
Did it include violence?
Well, yeah, but not.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
Okay,
So
so
anyway, go ahead.
do you think that he shouldn't then? Do you think that he shouldn't defend
Well,
my honor?
it's not a question for me. It was a question for you. So I'm just giving you the entailment of your logic. If the entailment of your logic is, wait a second, it's equal. I would take a bullet for him. He would take a bullet for me. And yet, when we get down to the nitty-gritty, you believe that you're an honorable person, and you therefore believe that your honor should be defended by a man. This means, if that's true, that you're willing to put a man in harm's way just for the purposes of your honor.
That is putting
We
so
haven't even
many
gotten to
words
it
in my
yet.
mouth.
Man, it's crazy. Whenever I watch podcast stuff about masculinity and things like this, which I've definitely taken myself away from a lot, because I used to watch some things every single day, bro. But this might be one of the first times where I gotta start agreeing with the opposing side right here, because he is definitely not articulating his questions the right way, and he's putting a lot of words in her mouth, like she just said. He is saying a lot of stuff, because she's not saying that at all, bruh. He just wants them to answer the question a specific way so bad. That's what I think, man. Hey, let me know in the comments, though. You know what I mean? Because, look, I could be tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to say I'm always right and everything. I could be tripping. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. Am I right or wrong?
But I also
Well,
can
no, I'm not
defend
putting
my
words
own
in your
honor.
mouth. I'm just giving you an
I can also
entailment of your
defend
logic.
my own.
Look, even he cutting her off when she was letting him speak respectfully. He kept, I'm not done yet. But now when she start talking, he gonna start. You know, it's type crazy.
And that's not how logic works. You can't just say that I'm willing to
Tell
put
me how
my...
logic works. Give me one rule of law of logic. Give me one law of logic. One.
It's based in fact, in truth.
What? What? Can you give me a single law of logic?
Can you?
Yes, I can
Okay,
give you
so
all
this
three laws
is
of logic. Would
semantics.
you like
This
them
is
all three in a
semantics.
row?
You're putting
Here, let me
words
give
in
you
my
all three of-
mouth.
No,
I
no,
also
stop,
can
stop,
defend
stop.
my
I'll answer your
honor.
question. Let me give you the
You
laws of
can
logic so
interrupt
that you
me, but
understand them. The first is the law of non-contradiction. The second is the law of excluded middle. Right? How many would you like? Would you like to get into informal logic as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Would you
Andrew.
like to get into the law of identity? That's the third law. What else would you like?
That's semantics at this point.
No, that's literally the opposite of semantics. Do you know what semantics are? Because that's not semantics.
Okay.
Can you help me?
Natalia's enjoying this one.
She has so
I
much
do.
plus to say,
Here,
I
you
can
guys
tell.
can let me just get everybody's answer on this, and we can come back
What
if
was the
necessary.
question?
I would like to come back.
Wh-
Yeah, nah, for real, bro. They straight. Only got to 2 people, bruh. And dude just could not stop yapping because they weren't answering the way that he wanted. This is really the first time I might really be leaning towards the other side on this here type of podcast, man. I can't lie, it's type crazy. Let me know. Like I said again, let me know in the comments, man. I could just be tripping, bro. Maybe I'm just tripping. I have no idea. But that's my opinion. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this whole topic, man. Let me know in the description. Let me know in the comments. Leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. All that stuff, man. Hey, I'm going to catch you on the next video, man. Peace.